Hello students, myself Pallavi Jaiswal. Here in this video, we will discuss the topic related to realization of digital linear system. This is part 2. Part 1 is already uploaded in my YouTube channel. You can go through the topics which is already discussed in realization of digital linear system. Here, following are the topics which I am going to discuss. First, discrete time LTI system, structure for realization of IIR system, transfer function of IIR system, basic structure of for IIR system, direct form realization of IIR system, direct form 1 structure for IIR system, limitation of direct form 1, direct form 2 structure for IIR system, comparison of direct form 1 and direct form 2 structure, cascade realization of IIR system, parallel realization of IIR system, and last one is transposed form. Starting with discrete time LTI system. As we already discussed in my previous video, system is classified into two types. First one is continuous time system, second one is discrete time system. So here we discuss only discrete time LTI system. What is LTI here? Linear time invariant system. So here there are two types of discrete LTI system are available. First one is IIR system, second one is FIR system. What is IIR system? IIR system are those system which has infinite number of sample. Likewise, what is FIR system? FIR system is those system which has finite number of sample. What is the full form of IIR? Infinite impulse response. Likewise, FIR stands for finite impulse response. In my previous video, I already discussed the difference between IIR and FIR system. Go through that video also. Now, structure for realization of IIR system. As we already discussed, IIR system are those system whose impulse response has finite number of sample. Actually, that number of sample is used for designing and for realizing any IIR system. Here, this is nothing but a convolution formula for IIR system in which y of n is nothing but a output sequence, and here h of k is nothing but a impulse response, and x of n minus k, x of n represent our input sequence. And when we open this equation, we can have equation like y of n equals to, when we put the value from k equals to infinity, the limit is given here. First one is h of 0, and first when we put k equals to 0 in x of n minus 0, so we put x of n. Likewise, plus next we put h of k equals to 1, so we have h of 1, x of n minus 1, plus this particular all the coefficient is added till infinite, because here the limit for k is given, k equals to 0 to infinity. That means our output sequence is dependent upon present input, and this particular is the past sample of the input. So here, as we can see that our output sequence is dependent upon present input and the past input sample. So we can say that IIR system has a infinite memory, because this particular limit is given here, k equals to 0 to infinity. That means IIR system must have infinite memory. Now, IIR system is also known as recursive system. What do you mean by recursive system? What do you mean by recursive system? A system whose output at any time depends upon present input and past input value as well as past output value, then the system is known as recursive system. That means if any system depends upon both present past value of input as well as past value of output, then we can say that that particular system is recursive system. That means that particular system consists of zeros as well as poles term. Okay, this particular system consists of both zeros as well as pole. As we know that I have really already told in my previous video, IIR system is a closed loop system, so its transfer function consists of numerator as well as denominator term. So we have both zeros as well as pole. The structure which having both poles as well as zeros is known as recursive structure. So here, as you can see, for any recursive system, as we know that the IIR system output depends not only on the present input or the past sample of the input, but also on the past output of sample value. So here, in order to compute our output sequence y of n, we need to calculate our past value also, past output value also, which is very used to compute the output of a recursive system. So here it is very necessary to calculate the past value of the output as well, because already we discussed here our output is dependent upon the input, present input and the past input as well. But here, as we know that our system is recursive system, and for recursive system, in order to calculate our output sequence, it is necessary to compute the past output sequence as well. So now we have to understand how to write transfer function of IIR system. So as we already discussed that IIR system is a recursive system, and recursive system whose output not only depend upon the present and past input value, also on the output past value. Okay, so here as you can see, this is one of the difference equation of IIR system. Here y of n represent your present output value, and this particular is the set of difference equation in which this particular equation represent the past output value. This particular is the present output value, and this particular is represent the past output value. Likewise, this particular, because the limit is start from k equals to 0 to n m, so here this particular expression of x n minus k represent that our output sequence y of n depends upon the present input as well as the past input value. Okay, so here this particular n and this particular m, what it represent? It represent the length of the sequence. That means length of the sequence, how much is the past value present in this particular output y of n, and how many past value is present here in input is represented by m. M or n represent the length of the sequence. Okay, now we already discussed that IIR system is a recursive system because not only it depends upon the present and past input value, but also on the past output value. Okay, now we have to take the Z transform of this equation. So as we know that the Z transform of y of n is nothing but a y of z. Likewise, when we took the Z transform of this particular expression, so this is nothing but a shifting property, and by using shifting property, whatever be the value of this shifting property, we have to use our z polynomial z ka power minus k of y of n. Z transformation of y of n is nothing but a y of z. So here this is the Z transformation of this particular sequence. Now if we want to have Z transform of x of n, so we have x of z here. Likewise, when we want to have a Z transform of this term, so generally we know that this is a shifting property, so we use the polynomial of z ka power minus k, and the Z transform x of n is nothing but a capital X of small z. So we apply here all the Z transformation formula. Y of n, the Z transform is y of z, and this particular term is constant here, so here we took constant value, and y of n minus 1, obviously the shifting property is represented by z ka power minus k, and the Z transform of y of n equals to capital Y of z. Likewise, here this particular term is constant term, so we took directly, and when we take the Z transform of this term, so z ka power minus k x of z. So here as you can see, we took minus sign here. When transfer this right hand side equation into left hand side equation, we can have this positive sign, and we take common yz from both this equation, and we take when we take yz common, we get the following equation. As you can see, when we take yz common here, 1 plus this particular equation is coming. So as we know that transfer function is nothing but a output upon input, which is equals to h of z. So after solving for this equation, we get this equation. Now the transfer function for IIR system is given here. So here yz upon x of z is nothing but h of z. H of z is a transfer function for IIR system. So here we get this certain equation, and when we open this equation by putting k equals to 0 to m, we get this equation, this set of equation. Likewise, when we open denominator equation, we can get this equation. Now generally we need to calculate our output sequence y of n, and this particular y of n is calculated with the help of this transfer function directly. So here, as you can see that there is a set of difference equation in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So here this set of equation is used for realizing our system, for implementing our system. So here with the help of this set of equation, we can construct our block diagram with the help of basic building block, which is multiplier, delay and adder. As you can see, B0, B1, B2, A1, A2, AN, all these are the multiplier component, and with the help of multiplier we can implement. Likewise, z inverse, z ka power minus 2, these are all the unit delay function. And if we want to add all individual component, with the help of adder we can add. So with the help of basic building block, with the help of this set of equation, we can implement any system. So here such a block diagram is known as realization of the system, or the structure for realizing the system. Now moving on to the next, basic structure for IIR system. Here there are different type of structures are available for realizing IIR system. First one is direct form structure, in which there are two structure, direct form 1 and direct form 2. Next, transpose form structure, and third one is cascade form structure, and fourth one parallel form structure. One by one I am going to discuss the basic structure for IIR system. First one is direct form structure. Direct form realization of IIR system. As this particular expression of transfer function I have already discussed in my previous transfer function of IIR system topic. So here we can have this equation yz upon x of z equals to, this is a transfer function of IIR system, and this particular equation is summation k equals to 0 to m bk z ka power minus k. Likewise, in denominator term we can have 1 plus summation k equals to 1 to n ak z ka power minus k. When we open this equation, we get this equation. Why we call it as direct form? Because the reason here, we can implement this block diagram directly by this set of equation. By just seeing this set of equation, we can implement, so it is called as direct form realization. Now there are some simplicity which are given with the help of block diagram, basic building block. As you can see, B0, B1, A1, A2, all these are the multiplier, but both the multiplier having different meaning. If it is present in the numerator, then obviously this is a multiplier in the feed forward path, and if it is present in the denominator, that means the multiplier in the feedback path. Because IIR system is a closed loop system, so it has two path. First one is forward path and second one is feedback path. So here whatever be the multiplier term which is present in the numerator is nothing but a multiplier in the feed forward path, and whatever be the multiplier term a1 a2 which is present in the denominator is nothing but a multiplier in the feedback path. So here, because all the term b0, b1, b2, if it is positive, that means multiplier in the feed forward path are the numerator coefficient which is positive. If it is positive, this is a standard equation. With the help of this standard equation, we can compare our any IIR system. So this is our standards. Now in the denominator, as you can see, multiplier a1 a2 to a of n, the multiplier in the feedback path are the negative of the denominator coefficient. That means if the equation is in this form, 1 plus form, that means the coefficient value must be minus of a1. All the coefficient value minus of a1, minus of a2 till minus of an. That means the multiplier in the feedback path are the negative of the denominator coefficient. So whatever be the coefficient, if it is positive in the denominator, that means the coefficient must be negative. Okay. Since why we call it as direct form structure? Because the multiplier coefficient are exactly coefficient of the transfer function. That's why we call it as direct form structure. There are two direct form structures are available. First is direct form 1 and second one is direct form 2. One by one we will discuss what is direct form 1 structure and what is direct form 2 structure. First started with direct form 1 structure for IIR system. So here direct form 1 realization is nothing but a direct implementation of the difference equation or the transfer function. Whatever be the difference equation given or the transfer function given, we can directly implement it with the help of basic building block. That's why we call it as direct form. But there is a difference between direct form 1 implementation and direct form 2 implementation. So what is the difference part in direct form 1 and direct form 2? Here, whatever be the system function, we first divide this system function into two parts. Obviously, we have numerator and we have denominator term. So this consists of zeros and this consists of poles. So here we divide our system function into two parts. First of all, we take zeros and second we take poles. So here, as you can see in the block diagram, first of all, what we can do, we divide, we divide our transfer function into two parts. First one is h1 of z and second one is h2 of z. As we already know that our transfer function equation consists of two parts, that is numerator and denominator. So numerator term consists of zeros and denominator term consists of poles. So h1 is actually a zeros term, h2 is generally a poles term. So here what we can do, we can divide our system function into two parts. First part containing zeros only. So here this is nothing but a numerator term only. So we consider this as zeros. So here we took zeros only. And second part we take poles only. So here this is the pole part and here we took poles. So here what we can do, we can divide our system function into two parts. First part we take zeros and in second part we take pole. So here, because we divide our system into two parts, we require one of the sequence in order for the solution. So here we introduce one sequence here, which is intermediate sequence W of n. This is an intermediate sequence for the solving purpose only. Okay. So here in direct form 1, what we can do, we can divide our system function into two parts. First we take zeros and second we take pole. So here we have zeros equation and here we have poles equation. So if we want to have a transfer function for first zeros only and second this one, so how we write it? As we know that the transfer function is written like output upon input. Here output is wz and input is x of z and our system is h1 of z. So this is the equation and h1 of z is nothing but a here. Likewise, when we talk about this particular system, output is nothing but a y of z and input is nothing but y of z, w of z. So the system function is h2 of z. Here yz upon wz equals to h2, which is nothing but a system function for pole. Now this is the standard difference equation for IIR system, in which this is output sequence, this is past value of output and this is nothing but a present value of present and the past value of input. Now when we open this summation value, we can have this equation, which is w of n a1 y of n minus 1 minus a2 y of n minus till an y of n minus n. Now when we open this equation, b naught x of n, b1 x of n minus 1 till b of m x of n minus m. Now when we took when we took the z transform of this equation, when we took the z transform of this above equation, we can have y of n, the z transform y of z. Likewise a1 is constant, so here y of n minus 1 nothing but a z inverse of y of z. Likewise y of n minus 2, that means z ka power minus 2 of yz, so on. Likewise we take the z transform of whole equation. Now y of n equation, y of z and y of n equation can be directly represented by the block diagram. That's why we call it as direct form 1 structure. Okay, we call it as non-canonical structure. IIR system having non-canonical structure because there is a reason calling non-canonical, because the number of delay element is more than the order of the difference equation. Because here the order is n and m, but the number of delay which is used is more than the length of the sequence. That's why we call it as non-canonical structure. Now as we already know that for realizing h1 we know that a transfer function must be wz upon x of z, and for realizing h2 we know that yz upon wz is equals to h of z. So here we can have equation like this. Particular is the equation yz wz upon x of z is equals to poles only. So here k equals to 0 to m bk z ka power minus k. So here this is nothing but a first, which is zeros only, and zeros only. In order to have zeros, transfer function wz upon x of z is the form. Here we can have this equation. Okay, we multiply this particular part to the right hand side, so we can have this equation. Now when we open this equation, we can have this equation, and when we take the inverse z transform, we can have this equation. The inverse z transform of w of z is w of n. Likewise this is nothing but a standard equation, x of z, and this when we take the z transform, inverse z transform, so it is converted into x of n minus k, and when we open this summation part, we can have this equation. Likewise when we have the second pole equation, that is yz upon w of z of pole, then we can have this equation, wz of this equation. This equation is represented here. Okay, now what we can do, we can take inverse z transform, and after taking inverse z transform and solving for that, we can have this equation. Obviously yz upon wz is equals to, we have equation poles, which is 1 plus summation k equals to 1 to n ak z ka power minus k. This is the equation, because second transfer function h2 is consist of only pole term. So here yz upon wz, and when we multiply this denominator into this right hand side, so we can have this equation. Okay, so all these are the equation. Now we need to implement all this equation with the help of this equation only. So here as you can see, w of n is nothing but is equals to b naught of x of n, b1 of x of n minus 1, and x of n minus 2. And as we already discussed that b coefficient is nothing but a feed forward coefficient, and its path must be from left side to right side. That means whatever be the connection of this coefficient, it must be in this direction only, because b naught is a feed forward coefficient. That means whatever be the connection, it must be like this. That means from left to right side arrow. Now as we know that a coefficient is nothing but a feedback coefficient, and hence its path must be like this, from right to left. So when we connect this all this equation, we must remember all this terminology for understanding more deeply. Okay, as we know that this one is x of n and b naught, where x of n minus 1 b1, likewise whatever be the length of the sequence, and which is equals to w of n. So how we can implement this? As we know that input is here always and output is here always, and w of n we introduce in between this two. So we can implement first this equation. First of all we implement this equation. So here we can have equation like w of n b0 x of n plus b1 x of n minus 1, so on. So first of all this is x of n, and here there is multiplier which is feed forward path must be this. So here as you can see, this is the multiplier component which is multiplier and connected to the adder, because we have second term as well. Now we need x of n minus 1. X of n minus 1 is implemented with the help of delay function. So here we use delay and we can have x of n minus 1, and x of n minus 1 is implemented now, and we can have multiplier which is b1, and again this is feed forward path, so this is in this particular direction, and again it is added to the adder. Likewise whatever be the length of the sequence, depending upon that number of delays are used and depending on that number of multiplier are used. Now obviously the output is nothing but a w of n. This is intermediate sequence which is introduced here. So we can make our w of n equation which is zeros. We implemented our zeros first. In direct form realization we can implement zeros first. So zeros is always present in numerator terms, and whatever be the coefficient present in the numerator are the feed forward coefficient, and its path must be like this. Okay, now we need to implement poles now. So for the poles we can have this equation. Which is y of n equals to minus of a1 y of n minus 1 y of n minus 2 plus w of n. What do you mean by this equation? Y of n and minus 1 is implemented from the y of n, and a1 is nothing but a feedback path, and feedback path must follow this direction. So it must be come out from the output side, so it must follow this direction because this coefficient is the feedback coefficient. Now we need to implement this equation. So for this, first of all we write little bit equation for that. Y of n equals to minus a1 y of n minus 1 minus a2 y of n minus 2 plus w of n. So here this is our output y of n. We need to implement y of n minus 1, and for that we use delay here, and this is nothing but a minus of a1. So minus of a1, and a1 is nothing but a feedback path, so we must have multiplier path like this because this is the feedback path, feedback coefficient, and the coefficient must be minus of a1. And likewise y of n minus 2 is implemented when we took another delay, and we can have y of n minus 2 and having the multiplier value which is minus of a2. So here there is coefficient value minus of a2 in the feedback part. Okay, and w of n is again added here. So all this term and this term and whatever be the output is nothing but a y of n. So in this way we can implement in direct form one structure. First we implement zeros and then poles, and zeros path is always forward and pole path is always in the feedback. Okay, now this is also one of the diagram. In a similar way, first of all we have to draw here zeros, and here we can draw our poles in the direct form one structure. Now moving on to the next example. Here we can have one transfer function in which when we compare this equation with our standard equation, as we know that our equation is nothing but a summation k equals to 0 to m bk z का पावर माइनस के अपॉन 1 प्लस समेशन k equals to 1 to n ak z का पावर माइनस के. So when we compare this equation, as we know that numerator term is the positive coefficient. If it is positive, that means the coefficient must be positive. But in the denominator, when it is positive, that means the coefficient is negative. And whenever the coefficient is negative, that means the coefficient must be, whenever there is a negative sign, that means the coefficient must be positive. When there is a positive sign, that means the coefficient must be negative. So this must be remembered while understanding the value for coefficient. So if the numerator all the coefficients are positive, that means the coefficient is positive, because in the standard equation also that is positive. But if there is a negative sign, that means your coefficient must be positive, and if there is a positive sign, that means the coefficient must be negative according to our standard equation. Okay, now in direct form 1 realization, first of all we have to implement our zeros and then poles. So for implementing zeros, as you can see, first one is 1, that means directly we connect our x of n. Now for implementing z inverse of 2, first of all z inverse here and 2 is multiplied with the help of multiply is connected with adder. Likewise z ka power minus 2 is implemented when again second delay is used, and here we have z ka power minus 2 which is connected directly to his. Now moving on to the next, now we implement pole, and for the pole purpose, as we know that this coefficient is negative here, that means the coefficient must be positive. That's why we are taking 0.75 only, and here the coefficient is here the sign is positive, that means the coefficient must be negative. Or obviously poles are in the feedback path, so we follow this path. And for implementing this, first of all we implement this z inverse of 0.75. Z inverse is connected from the output side, which is multiplied by 0.7 and which is connected to the adder. Now next we need to implement z ka power minus 2. Again we use second delay. The output of the second delay is z ka power minus 2, and which is multiplied by minus of 0.25, which is connected to the adder. In this way we can implement direct form 1 realization. Now moving on to the next. What are the limitations of direct form 1? Since the number of delay element used in direct form 1 is more than the order of the difference equation, so it is not much effective. It lacks hardware flexibility. There are chance of instability due to the quantization noise. Now moving on to the direct form 2 structure for IIR system. In this particular direct form 2 structure, we can divide our system function again into two parts, but here the first part we took poles and in second part we took zeros. So as you can see, this is nothing but a decomposition diagram for direct form 2. Here we can divide our system function into h1 of z and h2 of z, but in comparison to direct form 1, what is the difference? We took pole first, then zeros. That means h1 of z is nothing but a pole and h2 z is nothing but a zero. So in a similar way we can use derive our equation with the help of direct form 2 structure. So here direct form 2 structure is called as canonical structure. The reason behind the number of element used in the direct form 2 is same as that of order of the difference equation. The order of the difference and the number of delay both are same. That's why we call it as canonical structure. Now as we know that if we want to write the equation for this system only, we can have wz upon x of z, which is equals to poles, which is 1 upon 1 plus summation k equals to 1 to n z ka power minus k of ak. In this way we can write. So likewise, if we want to have a system function for this, so we can write y of z upon w of z equals to summation k equals to 0 to m bk z ka power minus k. In this way we can write. So now we derive all this equation yz upon x of z. This is a standard IIR system. Now what we can do, we just multiply and divide by w of z. We can have two equation, which is yz upon wz and wz upon y of z, and wz upon y of z is wz upon x of z is nothing but a poles part. So here we can have poles. Likewise, when we have output upon w of z, so here we have zeros term. So what we can do, we can take we can multiply all this equation. We multiply this, cross multiply, and we get this equation. Likewise, when we take this equation, when we multiply wz by this equation, we get this equation. Now we implement all this directly in the figure. So as in direct form to realization, first of all we need to implement our pole and then zero. And pole, as we already discussed, that pole is nothing but the coefficient which is present in the pole part is feedback path. So it must follow this path, and the zeros which is present, it must follow feed forward path. So obviously in direct form to realization, first of all we need to realize poles first. So for realizing poles first, what we can do, pole path must be like this. So here we have equation which is w of z is equals to x of z minus of a1 z ka power minus of w of z. That means when first of all what we can do, w of z is equals to x of z. That means first of all x of z is implemented, and here as you can see there is a adder used, and there is a w of z, and here with the help of delay function we can have delay function which is implemented here, which is w of z inverse, and a1 is the multiplier which is implemented like this and connected like this. Because first in direct form to realization we implement first pole. So this expression is for poles only. So here as you can see, this is w of z is equals to, the expression is x of z plus z inverse of, we have expression like w of z equals to x of z minus a1 w of z inverse. Likewise minus a2 z ka power minus 2 of w of z, so on. So here x of z is directly connected to adder. Now we need to implement this term, and z ka power minus 1 we use delay here. So z inverse of wz is implemented here. We multiply by the coefficient a1, because this a1 is feedback, that's why we are following this path, and added to this adder. Likewise the number of the length of the sequence depend that the how many number of delays and how many numbers of multiplier are used to connect in this realization. In the same way we can have y of z equals to b naught of w of z, b1 z inverse of yz, so on. So here b naught, b1 are the term which are in the feed forward path. So feed forward path following this particular path. So here we need to make yz equals to b naught of w of z. So here as you can see here w of z, we need to implement yz is equals to wz of b naught plus z inverse of w of z of b1, so on. So first, as we know that b naught into w of z, b naught is nothing but a feed coefficient. So this is nothing but a feed forward coefficient, and this is nothing but a w of z. So this coefficient is directly connected to adder. Next term is z inverse of w of z of b1. So z inverse is here, and after implementing z inverse of w of z, we can have z inverse of w of z, which is multiplied by b1, and depending upon the number of delays and the order of the difference equation, we can have that number of multipliers and the delay function. So here in direct form 2 realization, first of all we implement pole and here 0. For the pole path we are following feedback, and for the zeros path we are following feed forward path. The coefficient connected like that. And this is also one of the diagram for the direct form 2, in which first of all we draw our pole, which is represented by A, and here we can draw our zeros, and direction must be feed forward path, and how many the requirement is depending upon the m and n value, and how many multiplier are used, it depends upon m and n value, and the formula is m plus n plus 1. Likewise, how many adder are used, which is dependent upon m plus n, and how many memory locations are used, that means it depends upon which is the highest value, which is either of the m or n value, which is highest is the requirement for the memory location. Now this is the example. This is our transfer function which is given, and this particular is the standard IIR transfer function, in which this particular represent our zeros part, and this represent our pole part, and as while comparing this two equation, all the coefficient must be positive, and here this is particular plus sign, that means this coefficient must be, this particular a1 is minus of a1 here, and because the sign is negative here, that means this coefficient must be positive, and if it is positive, that means the coefficient must be negative. So in direct form 2 realization, first of all we implement this, which is pole. So pole path must be like this. So first of all we implement z inverse. So here there is a intermediate sequence w of n, and from there we use one z inverse, which coefficient is 0.5, which is connected in feedback path, which is connected to the adder, and here the sign is positive when the z ka power minus 2, that means the coefficient must be negative, and again next delay is used, and the output is connected to the multiplier and again to the adder. So in this way we can implement the poles. Now we implement zeros, and zeros follow the feed forward path, and feed forward path, and for connecting feed forward path directly, as you can see, 1 is directly connected and 2 is connected z inverse. So here we have 2 be connected directly. So in this way we can draw our direct form 2 realization. In direct form 2 realization, first we draw pole and then zeros. Now there is a difference between direct form 1 and direct form 2 structure. First one, this realization use separate delay for both input and output signal sample. In case of direct form 2, this realization use single delay for both input and output signal sample. Likewise, for the m-1 or n-1 order IIR system, direct form 1 require m plus n-1 multiplier, likewise adder m plus n-2 and delay m plus n-2. Likewise, for direct form 2 realization, for the m-1 or n-1 order IIR system, direct form 2 require m plus n-1 multiplier, m plus n-2 adder, and likewise the maximum of m-1 and n-1 delay. And we are calling direct form 1 structure is non-canonical because it require more number of delay in comparison to the order of the difference equation. Likewise, it is called canonical because it require minimum number of delay. It is not efficient in terms of memory because it require more delay function, and it is more efficient in terms of memory requirement. Next, direct form 1 can be viewed as two LTI system in cascade. The first is non-recursive and second is recursive. Likewise, direct form can also be viewed as two LTI system in cascade. First one is recursive and second one is non-recursive. Recursive, that means the system must be IIR, and non-recursive, that means the system is maybe FIR, that means it consists of poles as well as zeros, it is recursive, and the system which consists of only zeros, that is non-recursive. Now cascade realization of IIR system. So here what we can do in cascade realization, whatever be the transfer function given, we factored that particular system function into product of system function in cascade form. So in this we broken our system function h of z, we factored our system function h of z into multiplication of number of system function, and depending upon individual system function, we can implement individual system function in cascade form. So for example, here as we have h of z, what we can do, we can divide our h of z into product of multiple system function, and individual system function is implemented with the help of direct form 2 realization. Here we use direct form 2 realization for implementing individual system function in cascade form. So here for example, here we have taken this particular transfer function, we factored into two form. First of all, we have to implement this, and next in cascade form this. So here we have that figure. First of all, we implement this particular figure. So here in case of direct form 2 realization, first we implement pole. So for the pole, the path must be backward. So here coefficient is negative, that means the coefficient, the sign is negative, that means the coefficient must be positive. In the feed only z inverse 1 delay is there, so here we use delay function, and here the multiplier value must be positive because there is a negative sign. The coefficient value, because we are using direct form 2 realization, so first we implement our pole section, so direction must be like this. So here this particular is implemented pole. Now what we can do, we need to implement this, so 1 plus z inverse. So first directly we connect x of n, and directly z inverse of z, there is no coefficient value, so directly we connect this with the adder. So we implement this particular individual one part of the factored system function. Now we implement this, and here again we are using direct form 2 realization, and in direct form 2 realization first we implement pole, and here the sign is negative, that means the coefficient must be positive, that means the coefficient value is 0.25, because there is a sign negative, that means the coefficient value must be positive. So we connect in this form, in the feedback form. Likewise in the upper part, 1 plus z inverse, 1 is directly connected, and for the z inverse term we use feed forward path, because for the numerator term we are using feed forward path to connect the coefficient. So in this way we can implement in the cascade form. This particular transfer function is divided into two system function, and individually this two function is made and connected in cascade. Okay. Next, parallel realization of IIR system. Here, the realization of IIR system can be done with the help of partial fraction expansion. Here, what we can do, we have a transfer function. We can use partial fraction, and if the transfer function is like this, then by using partial fraction expansion, we can have an expression with the help of which we can draw our realization of IIR system. Now, with the help of figure, we can understand this. Here, as you can see, we have a transfer function equation which is always in the form of plus. That means if our transfer function is like this, that means if our function is 1 like this, and then the second one is presented with the sign plus, and second one is presented with the sign b is the particular transfer function equation, and like this. Our equation, after using partial fraction expansion, our expression is converted into summation, that is plus form of the equation. So in this way we can draw. So all the individual term in addition form is parallelly implemented with the help of direct form to realization. So now with the help of example, as you can see here, because we are using direct form to realization, in direct form to realization, first of all we realize poles and second zeros, and A is nothing but a feedback coefficient and B is nothing but a feed forward coefficient. So with the help of direct form to realization we can realize individual term of the transfer function in parallel manner, and after all the individual term is implemented, all are added with the help of adder, and there is the output. With the help of example we can understand more easier. Here we have the expression for the transfer function. With the help of partial fraction, first of all we are using partial fraction expansion, and after solving for partial fraction expansion we can have this expression in a positive and obviously minus sign, that means the coefficient must be negative. So here we can implement it individually all this term in parallel form. First of all, as you can see, first term is simple 8. So simple 8 is a coefficient, so it is implemented with the help of multiplier itself. So here we have multiplier. Likewise now we implement this one, and this particular expression having poles only, and in direct form implementation we require to have first implemented pole and then 0. So here we implemented pole, and as we know that if the sign is negative, that means the coefficient is positive. So here we can use our coefficient as you can see this diagram. So in this case we are implemented this here, and this particular figure is represented here. So we directly implemented this final diagram. So here first of all we have to implement pole, and for pole we need to know that pole is always in the feedback direction. So here as you can see the direction is like this, because in direct form to realization we are using poles to be implemented first. So here 0.5 is the positive one, because if there is negative sign, that means the coefficient must be positive. That's why we are taking positive. Hence there is no zeros term here. Hence we are directly connected to this particular extent, and obviously there is the amplitude 18, which is with the help of multiplier, we after the output of this equation we are using multiplier, and just multiply this 18 and connect it to the adder. Next what we can do, we can implement our this equation, and again we have pole only, there is no zeros component, so we are using direct form to realization. And for direct form to realization, as we know that if the coefficient, if there is negative sign, that means the coefficient must be positive. So here this is nothing but a pole and feed forward direction. So here as you can see the direction, so we are implemented z inverse of 0.25 like this, and here in the top as you can see that 25 is the constant value which is in negative sign. That means we are using multiplier to multiply this with this pole equation. Again the output of this is connected to the adder, and all three individual equation is added here with the help of multiplier, and output will be like this y of n. So in this way we can implement it parallelization. Now moving on to the next, here as you can see this is transposed form. This is nothing but a particular, also known as flow graph reversal. In this particular form what we can do here, we reverse the direction of all the branches. If the direction of branch is like this, then by using transposed form we can reverse our direction toward like this. If the direction is like this, then we reverse the direction like this. So here in transposed form what we can do, we reverse the direction of the branches, and also we reverse the role of input and output. Here if this is source, then this becomes sink if we use transposed form. If it is sink, then it will become source. This is the transposed form in which we can implement our direct form 1 and direct form 2 realization of IIR system. So here as you can see this is one of the transfer function which are implemented. So here only we have poles. This is nothing but a feedback coefficient, so this is nothing but a one of the pole which are implemented using direct form 2 realization. Okay, what we can do in the transposed form, we just reverse the direction. So here if the direction is this, then we are reversing this direction. Likewise, all the branches is reversed in this particular diagram, as you can see, and input is shifted toward here, and this particular shifted toward left to right, right to left. This is the diagram after transposed form. But as we know that in the standard, input is always in left side and output is always in right side. So here for our convenient, what we can do, we can have this particular figure which is similar to this one, but as there is the standard, input must be in left side and output must be in right side. So but just for our convenient, we can do like that. This particular is the input. We just do the mirror image of this particular equation. So here what we can do, we can tilt our figure like this, so we get this expression. This particular figure is this, the direction is obviously this, obviously we are shifting and we tilt our figure, so we get this certain diagram of our transposed form. So we must remember, in this way we can connect in transposed form. Now next, in direct form, how we use transposed form in direct form 1 realization and direct form 2 realization. As we know that in direct form 1 realization, first of all we realize zeros and pole, and after reversing the branches and input and output, here in transposed form, because we are reversing the direction, so because we are reversing the direction, the role of coefficient is constant always. If we reverse the direction of branches, that means that particular coefficient is actually shifted from one place to another. Here if this direction is for feed forward, so obviously this is for feed forward only. But here if you are shifting your branches, or if you are changing the direction of the branches, we simply shift the coefficient direction. That means by using transposed form, this particular pole section is shifted toward left side and this particular zero section shifted toward right side, because of the transposed form of the direct form 1 realization. Okay, in this way we can implement our direct form 1 realization in transposed form. Here because we are reversing the direction, and by reversing the direction, this particular poles will become in the left side and this particular zeros will be in the right side. Similarly, for direct form 2 realization, as you can see, in direct form 2 realization, first we implemented pole and then zeros, and after reversing the direction, what we have the concept, if we are reversing the branches, obviously the coefficient direction is all coefficient placing is also changes. So here as this is poles, so pole shifted toward right, and as this is zeros shifted toward left in the transposed form of the direct form 2 realization. Actually, by using transposed form, direct form 1 become direct form 2 and direct form 2 become direct form 1. As you can see here, this is direct form 2, but this particular is actually a direct form 1 realization after using transposed form. So in this way our transposed form is implemented. Thank you.